Hey, it's Effy Armstrong back with my college football rankings for week 2. Last week I didn't do them because it was obvious. Everybody knew who the top 4 teams were going to be last week. For number 1, I have LSU. Nobody can really argue they're going to be number 1. They just beat Alabama. They beat Alabama, 4 top 10 teams. Alabama, well, they're not top 10 right now, but they've been top 10 teams. Alabama, they beat Auburn, they beat Florida, and they beat Texas. That's so good. They had the best offense they've had in the whole time they played. The best quarterback, Joe Burrow's awesome. He's probably going to win the Heisman this year. They have awesome wide receivers. 2 of them, they're unbelievable. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. He even went to my dad's high school, Rummel, in Louisiana or New Orleans. And so, yeah, they're awesome. Oh, Hilaire, nobody's noticed him. A running back, he's been, at the beginning, nobody has noticed him. But then he's, been playing very good. He won the game against Alabama. And that's all I had to say about LSU. Oh, their defense has been pretty good. I mean, good. Number 2, we have Ohio State. Ohio State, the Buckeyes, they have an awesome quarterback, Justin Fields. He's been playing great. He's been throwing good. They have the best defensive player in the league. Chase Young, number 2, but they're making an appealing something. He did something, I don't know. But hopefully he'll be back to play because he helps them out a lot. He's did a lot of sacks and stuff. They killed almost everybody they played. They beat them by 25 points or more, something like that. They beat Wisconsin, which was a top 10 team. They just been playing very good. They have great offense, great defense. There's nothing really else to say about them. They're just a great team. Number 3, I have Clemson. Clemson has been Trevor Lawrence has everybody not everybody, but he was kind of struggling at the beginning of the year, but he's been playing unbelievably this week and stuff. Clemson hasn't really beat any good teams, but they just only beat North Carolina by 1 point, but that was just a single game or whatever. They're a good team. They haven't played anybody good, but they have great offense and great defense. That's all I can say about them because they haven't really played any good teams. So number 4, I have Alabama. They just lost to LSU, and I have them 4 because I think it was a more difficult loss than Georgia to their team. I'll talk about that when I get to them. They have a great quarterback too, he just hurt his ankle or his foot or something with it. As you can see on the first play, the first time they had the ball, Alabama against LSU, he kind of slipped the ball when he was trying to run to get a touchdown, but hopefully he threw the ball good. And they have 4 first-round wide receiver picks. They're unbelievable. They have all their defensive players are really hurt right now. They're good defensive players, but they've been playing really good. And you can see that they're separated from other teams that have 1 loss because you can just tell the way that they play when you watch them and stuff. So that's all I've got to say about Alabama. Number 5, I have Georgia, just like I was talking about. Okay, so they lost to South Carolina, right? But the reason why Alabama had them in front of them because they lost to LSU, which was a close game. But Georgia, this is why I have Georgia behind them. Georgia, they lost to South Carolina, who just lost to Appalachian State. That's not a really good team. Now I'm going to talk about Georgia. That's why. Okay, so they have a great quarterback, Justin Fields. They have a good quarterback. They have Jake Fromm. They have a great running back. And they have to play some teams. They're going to play LSU in the SEC championship. And yeah, and they beat Florida. That was a hard game. And they're just a good team. They're good at defense, great offense. They have awesome defense. Okay, let's move on to number 6. We have number 6, Oregon. Oregon, I don't really know much about them. but their quarterback's good. They have good defense. They're just a good team. They lost their first game. They lost to Auburn. It was a close game, but as you can see, they played pretty good. They haven't really played any difficult teams, but I think they're going to play some teams. Well, hopefully they make it in. Well, I don't really know much about them, so I'm just going to move on to number 7. At number 7, I have Oklahoma. Jalen Hurts has been unbelievable with them. He moved over from Alabama as a backup quarterback since Tua came over there. So he's been throwing really good. He's been helping Oklahoma out a lot. Oklahoma's defense isn't really good, but the good thing they have about it is their offense. They have unbelievable offense. Oklahoma hasn't really played any tough teams, really. So, yeah. And they have one loss, and yeah. So, now I'm going to move on to number 8. Number 8, I have Minnesota. They just beat Penn State, which was everybody thought most people thought Penn State was going to win, and I thought Penn State was going to win. So that's a really good win they had. They played awesome, unbelievable, and so they're undefeated. But the reason why I have them behind some one-loss teams because some of them have played better teams, and some of them are I think they're a little bit better than them, but they're also a really good team. I don't really know much about Minnesota because they just came out of the blue and they beat Penn State. So I'm just going to move on to number 9, but I'll get back to that for next week's rankings. So at number 9, this is my last and final team. At number 9, I have Utah. Again, I don't really know much about them, but I know they have one loss. They have pretty good offense, pretty good defense. They're a balanced team. I don't think they really have any challenging teams to play in the future. But if they just keep winning all their games and playing really good, they have a chance to make it in the top 4 playoffs. And I'm only going to do number 9 because these are the teams that I think have a chance to make it in the playoffs. And see you next week.